I went from being this musician, writing songs all the time, to writing recipes. You know, I feel like this book that I'm writing, I'm like writing an album. Like a rock opera, like a humongous production. I'm writing like 75 songs. Is basically what I'm doing, and I love it. It's such a challenge and you know, such a new way to express myself. You know, before it was sonically, now it's, you know, through flavors and textures. So it's a whole new way to create for me. I'm Judita Wignall, and I'm a raw food chef. I've always been really creative. I've always had to constantly make things. You know, I used to really love art, and I used to paint a lot. And then I got a guitar on my first date with my husband. He got me a guitar and gave me a lesson. How about that for a first date? And got obsessed with music, and now, you know, picked up a chef's knife, and you know, making the food is, like I said, it's like making a song. I'm making, you know, low notes, high notes, mid notes. Creating food is creating a whole new kind of art. Decadence, pure decadence. I was this musician and constantly inspired, you know, by their songs. You know, music inspires music, and I was like, oh, if I hear, you know, a riff, and I'll kind of just write down the notes, like, oh, I want to remember that, and, you know, scratching stuff down on a napkin, wherever. It's kind of the same thing with the recipes. Now it's like, I'll go out, but I'll shoot, you know, with my iPhone, take a picture of, you know, if the plating was beautiful, and I want to remember this meal, and I'll write down what I think was in it and what I want to do with it when I get home. So it's similar. It's really interesting. And I was actually talking to a musician friend last night, and we're like, you know what, musicians are foodies. A lot of musicians actually become chefs. And chefs are the new rock stars these days. You know, look at the Food Network. It's like everyone, you know, tattooed up and very into self-expression. I want to make a book that, for anybody new to raw, they're gonna get it. Like, the food looks familiar. It looks like what they were already eating. You know, like chocolate and pizza and burgers and things that people get. Just something that, to show people you can introduce, you know, really good tasting food that doesn't have to be cooked. That's the most nutritional food on the planet. The whole point of raw foods is just to keep all the nutrients in there that Mother Nature intended. There's something about raw food that is so inspiring. I mean, I feel like I have so much more clarity. I mean, when I speak, when I write, that I didn't have before. Now it's a book deal, so I have expectations of people who are waiting for a great product. Every 6 weeks I have to submit a quarter of the book. So, and the book's almost 200 pages, so, you know, 50 pages at least of recipes and gorgeous photos. I haven't had writer's block. I'm sure it'll come maybe in a couple years, but there's so many options right now with what you can do with food. And even though there aren't as many ingredients with raw foods as in the regular culinary world, there's so much you can do. There's so many different options, and I don't see myself stopping anytime soon. I kind of feel like everything I've made, I'm really, really proud of so far for this book. And I mean, I'm only halfway through, but I'm really proud of the flavors and how bold it is. I'm like, this is very me. I like want to dance when I make this kind of food. It sounds really silly, but I can't believe how good food can taste. I have to keep doing this. I know that I'm going to be doing this for a really long time. It's pretty good. Pretty good. I used to hate cooking, and now I'm writing a book. Go figure.